Right here from 3D Printing at Home, we're going to continue this build on this Prusa XL. So the next step is going to require you to use the rest of the extrusion covers. So I got them all laid out here, and we're going to look at the instructions and see where we're putting them. So we want the 243, which we got our cheat sheet here. Match up our 243, which is that one. And we are going to put them there we go. We'll put that one in. Good to go. Let's put the other one in. Roll the table a little further away here so you can see it. I don't want to have to move the camera. All right, there's both of them. Nice and easy. Let's go on the next step and see what we got here. Insert the 430 into, we did that. 430 into the front, I'm assuming. 430. So we have two different ones here, 405 and a 430, which that's the 405, so this is the 430. We're going to just put that in the front, extrude. Done. Done and done. Next. All right, we got the 95s. We'll put these 95 in over here. They're going to go on either side. I'm going to show you in a second. I'll put this one in. Put this one in. Oh, so close. Good thing I left that clip loose. That's going to hold that clip in place. All right, now let's put these ones in and see what I mean. So let's put them in here. I think I got one of those. One. See, that's why we left it loose. Pull this one across the table and blind. Let's see. All right. Now those two are in. Now we have, I believe, one across the rear. Oh, I'm gonna take your gummy bear allotment. Well done. Just finished the core. Next chapter. Yep, we're gonna need the T10 screwdriver, 2.5 millimeter Allen key, and the PH2 screwdriver. All right, now we're gonna put the side panels on. Put those in. We put the one. That's what I missed. Insert the 405 into the rear. Extrude. And I missed another step. So you're not going to see this, but there's one as a cover that goes the back here, right in front of the rear cover, the extrude slot. It's going to be just like the other ones. I don't really need to show it. Boom, got that in, and what's something over here? Yeah, these guys go on the front. I'll show them. It's super easy to put in, so I'm going to put them in while watching. Now we can go on to the next chapter. Next. Okay, well done. Just finish that. Same thing. Well, I'm going to repeat it. We're going to need a T10 screwdriver, 2.5 millimeter Allen key, and Phillips PH2 screwdriver. Next. We're going to want the side covers now. Questions? get our side cuts. We're also going to need the M3 by 8 RT screws. There's 20 of them. All right, so I got the screws over here. Like I said, we're going to need 20 of them. I'm just going to leave the package over here. And clean up this. That's okay. All right. Next step. Yeah, we're going to line them up. Turn to the left side. We're already at the left side. Place it in there, facing that way. We're going to add our screws. So, pretty straightforward on this step here. Take our panel. They want it to go in this direction. This is going to go, this bump right here is going to go in. So, it's going to go here somewhere. It's going to go here. Just double check something. Okay. Yep, that's grounding. Grounding is going to be at the bottom, so I'm going to start with that. Get our handy dandy tool over here. Let's start from the hole. Let's do a line that one first. Line it up. Alright, just barely tighten it. Now that we've got that all put together, we're going to take and go in on the inside and make sure that those grounding or earthing notes are secure. We left them loose so they could be moved around. Now we're going to set these so all the pieces can be rounded and protected. Those are all set. Now let's see what the next step is. Next, Oh, your gummy bear assortment. Your gummy bear allotment is next. Now, it's the heat bed. All right, there's just a message starting April 2025. May receive a new heat bed. The difference is the black rubber band on the back side of the heat bed. New heat bed with a rubber band is shown in the green. You're going to see the instructions if you look at them. And heat bed without rubber band, the assembly is the same as the new one. Okay. Turn the heat bed upside down. Release the 4 marked screws holding bed controller case. Take the cover off. Okay. All right, so I'm going to move this off to the side a little bit. Here's the heat bed. I'm going to flip it upside down, and they're talking about this cover here. So I'm not going to go too far with it because we're going to be taking this cover off, then we're going to have to run these wires from the rest of the machine to the parts inside here. So those look like they are probably the 2.5, but nope, maybe not. Or maybe they are. This is just working. I think this is the rubber. This is the rubber mat that they're talking about. I believe they said rubber band, but I think it's a rubber band. Maybe I read it wrong. Sometimes my brain sees what it wants to see. Right. Connections. Next. Upside down. Took the screws out. There we are with the naked board. Remove the 4 power terminal screws using a Phillips screwdriver. Keep them aside if we will need them in the next step. So I'm going to need them over here, so I'm going to put them over here. Well, you know what? I'm not. I'm going to put them in this cover, I think. That. Getting closer. Starting to run out of parts. All right, we did that. Next step. Next. Insert the heat bed into the center of the printer, as in the picture. Keep it in an upright position. Make sure the heat bed cables are accessible below it. Pair the power connectors to the indicated layout. Keep the printed part on. Okay. Red positive, black negative. Positive wires are closer to the center. The negative wires are closer to the sides. Connect the data cable. Attach the power connectors to the terminals and fix them in place using the previously removed screws and the Phillips screwdriver. That is going to be hard for me to show. there's a bracket right here. Right here. I want you to fix this down here. Gotta kind of one of these in the middle of it. There's two holes. You just gotta line up and kind of pull it down, bend it a little bit, put it in. Take off the linear rail stoppers on both inner sides of the printer. And then you're going to take the heat bed and attach to the top of the heat bed rod. Both of the trapezoid nuts on the sides must be engaged into the threaded rod. Pay attention to connect cables while you're attaching. Use your hand, rotate the threaded rod slightly until both rods engage into the nuts on the side of the heat bed. So we can do that. So we're going to take these little, I mean, they pretty much fell out anyways. One of them, or two of them. I don't know what 5 centimeters is. Yep, we did that. All right. Z-axis bearing housing. We got those. We got the bearings. Two bearings. Bearings are going to go in like this. See that? It'll pop in like that. That's going to retain them. So you take this one. You get the flange right here. Flange goes towards the top, and then it slides into the holder. Now we're going to place that over the screw, and I'm going to lower this table even further. All right, now this with the 2.5 millimeter driver. Now we're going to line that up so we're going to use a tool to help grab the, there we go, and push the mounting nut in, because they don't always line up how you want them to. I'm going to try to demonstrate that on this other side. All right, I'm just going to snug it. I'm not going to tighten it because it hasn't said tighten it yet. There again, here we go. I'm going to mount this on here. Top of the screw, the bearing is the bearing that goes inside. The screw goes inside the bearing. There we go. Now we're going to move the nut over. Take our screw with our Allen key. Thread it in. Snug, not tight. Move the nut over. The screw in. Nice and snug. All right, now We need the M12, M3 by 12 RT screws. We need 4 of those. M3 by 12. Right here. We need 4. I guess we could snug these because they're not talking about anything. So let's tighten these down while we're here. Now we'll move on to the next step. Now that those are tightened down. Okay, these screws are going to attach these guides to the plate. All right. Now, fit the heat bed with the 2 M3 by 12 RT screws using the T10. Now fix the Z-axis part to the heat bed frame using the same technique. Now tighten all 4 screws in a cross pattern. Make sure we tighten these up in a cross pattern. All right, now first tighten the front right and rear left screw, then tighten up. That's the cross pattern. Oops. Okay, nice. Take your gummy bear allotment. Don't forget that. Now we've finished the heat bed and side panel assembly. Now it's time for chapter 5. So I'm going to conclude this video and we're going to move on to chapter 5 in another video. See you then. Don't forget, like and subscribe.